Myself, Mangesh Dharme, lecturer in Mechanical Department, NIT Polytechnic Nagpur. Today's our topic of discussion are stress strain diagram of ductile material, fatigue failure, and SN curve. पिछले लेक्चर में आप लोगों ने देखा कि कौन से टाइप के स्ट्रेसेस डेवलप होते हैं इन मशीन मेंबर, लाइक टेंसाइल स्ट्रेस, compressive stress, shear stress, crushing stress, bearing pressure, bending stress, torsional shear stress. Figure shows the stress strain diagram of ductile material. When any steel wire is stretched और उसे खींचते हैं by applying a force, then what happens? It elongates. मतलब उसका डायमेंशन चेंज होता है, मतलब स्ट्रेन चेंज होता है और स्ट्रेस भी चेंज होता है. So this diagram shows simply the relation of changes occur in stress and strain of material during continuous stretching of material using different limits like A, B, C, D, E and F that will be seen in next slide. Figure shows the stress strain diagram of ductile material. As shown in figure, from O to A, stress and strain of material are directly proportional to each other. Means it obey Hooke's law. Means we increase the stress, same amount of strain of material will increase. So this limit, that is OA, is called as a proportional limit. इसका मतलब अगर 1 यूनिट स्ट्रेस इंक्रीज होता है, then 1 unit strain also increase. So OA in this stress strain diagram indicates the proportional limit of the material. Now we see what is meant by elastic limit in stress strain diagram of the material. Suppose we are increasing the force up to point D, then what happens here after removing the force? At D, body regain its original shape, means up to point A, that is OA. जैसे आपने देखा होगा, when we are stretching rubber, it elongates and after removing the force from the rubber, वो अपने इनिशियल कंडीशन में आ जाता है. इसी को कहते हैं मटेरियल का इलास्टिक लिमिट. मतलब जिस पॉइंट तक मटेरियल को आप स्ट्रेच करते हो, वो अपनी इनिशियल कंडीशन में वापस आ जाता है आफ्टर रिमूविंग द फोर्स. सो इन दिस फिगर, अप टू पॉइंट डी वी आर स्ट्रेचिंग द वायर एंड when we are removing the force from point D, the material will regain again its original shape, that is a OA. So this B indicates the elastic limit of the material. Now we see the upper yield point, that is C, in stress strain diagram. अगर आप पॉइंट B के बाद मटेरियल को स्ट्रेच करना जारी रखते हो, देन प्लास्टिक स्टेज ऑफ द मटेरियल विल रीच. इसका मतलब क्या होता है? एट दिस पॉइंट मीन्स पॉइंट सी, मटेरियल इलोंगेट्स होना स्टार्ट होता है और उसका परमानेंट डिफॉर्मेशन टेक्स प्लेस। मीन्स material will not regain its original shape after removing of force, so C indicates upper yield point। मतलब C के बाद अगर आपने फोर्स को निकाला तो वो अपने इनिशियल कंडीशन दैट इज OA इस कंडीशन में वापस नहीं आएगा, इट विल गेट परमानेंटली डिफॉर्म, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज अ C इज कॉल्ड एज अ अपर yield point। Now we see lower yield point D in stress strain diagram। अगर C के बाद मैं थोड़ा भी फोर्स इंक्रीज करता हूं, then material will be stretched up to point D। So at point D the strain will be increasing more as compared to the stress, so point D is called as a lower yield point in stress strain diagram। Now we see ultimate stress point E in stress strain diagram। After point D, wire is again stretched up to point E, so point E indicates maximum value of stress of material। Means at point E the value of stress of material will be maximum, so point E is called as the ultimate stress point। Now we see breaking stress point F in stress strain diagram। When material again stretch from point E to F, मतलब मटेरियल को आप स्ट्रेच कर रहे हो from point E to F, then what happens at point F the neck formation will be there by decreasing the cross sectional area at point F, so point F the breaking stress will be achieved and this point is called as a breaking stress point, that is the point F। Now we see what is meant by fatigue failure। It is observed that when component is subjected to reverse repeated stresses, it fails at stresses below its yield strength। This phenomenon is called fatigue failure। जैसे आपने एक कॉपर वायर लिया, उसे बेंड किया इन वन डायरेक्शन, अगेन दिस वायर will bend in the opposite direction, then what happens in this wire the cracks will be formed। So why this crack will be formed? This is nothing but the fatigue failure। This can be again explained with the help of following diagram। This is a mechanical member as shown in figure। When we are applying a force in this direction and in this direction, then what happens? The upper portion of the member are in tension and the lower portion of the member are in compression। अगर आपने फोर्स की डायरेक्शन को चेंज किया, इन दिस डायरेक्शन एंड इन दिस डायरेक्शन, देन व्हाट हैपन्स, द अपर पोर्शन ऑफ द मेंबर आर इन compression and the lower portion of the member are in tension. So the cracks will be developed. So the cracks will be developed and this is called as a repetitive loading. Means when we are applying the force in this direction, that is a one loading, and when we are applying the load in the opposite direction, that is a one form of loading, that is called as a reverse loading. And the stress that will be developed because of this loading, that is called as a reverse repeated stresses, and the failure of the material will take place in this reverse repeated stresses is nothing but the fatigue failure. Now we see SN, stress per number of cycles curve for steel. लेकिन इसके पहले अपन देखेंगे व्हाट इज मीन बाय एंडुरेंस लिमिट. मीन्स एंडुरेंस लिमिट क्या होता है? द मैक्सिमम वैल्यू ऑफ स्ट्रेस एट विच द स्पेसिमेन कैन withstand infinite 10 to the power 6 cycle is called as a endurance limit. Now in the above diagram, two words are more important. First one is the maximum value of stress and second one is the infinite 10 to the power 6 cycles. Now we first see what is meant by cycle. तो साइकिल मतलब क्या होता है? As shown in the figure, एक मैकेनिकल मेंबर है जिसको मैं बेंड कर रहा हूं इन दिस डायरेक्शन, और इसी मेंबर को मैं बेंड कर रहा हूं इन अपोजिट डायरेक्शन. तो ये बेंड करने के बाद क्या होगा? द स्ट्रेस विल बी क्रिएटेड इन द मटेरियल. तो दिस cycle of creation of stress value is called as a one cycle. Now अगर मैं 100 मेगापास्कल स्ट्रेस वैल्यू रख के इस मटेरियल को बेंड करता हूं, तो व्हाट is 100 megapascal? 100 megapascal is nothing but the maximum stress value at which we are bending the material up to 10 to the power 6 cycle, and this is nothing but the endurance limit. Now next we see the SN curve for steel. As shown in figure, जब आप मटेरियल को स्ट्रेच करते हो at ultimate stress, then material will break after 10 to the power 2 number of cycle. और आप मटेरियल को स्ट्रेच करते हो एट द एंडुरेंस लिमिट स्ट्रेस, देन मटेरियल विल नॉट फेल अप टू 10 to the power 6 cycle. This is called as a endurance limit, and this is called as a SN curve for the steel. Now we see summary of today's lecture. Today we see the stress strain diagram of ductile material. In this diagram we see various points like OA is a proportional limit, B is the elastic limit, C is the upper yield point, D is the lower yield point, E is the ultimate stress, and F is the breaking stress. Next thing we are seeing the fatigue failure and SN or stress per number of cycle curve for steel. The various important questions asked in MSBT exam. First one is the defined endurance limit. Draw the typical SN curve for steel. Second question is draw the stress strain diagram for ductile material and explain it.